Welcome to Active Sports TV. You're now tuned in and rocking out with your host, Active. Salute to the Active Battalion, all new viewers, subscribers that's been locked in with the channel. Appreciate you. Breaking news. We got boxing news, baby. We got explosive boxing news, and your boy Active is here to deliver. Yeah, man, this was Rumorville, man. According to Mike Carpenter, man, we all know he's a sketchy source, but after doing deeper research, man, letting this marinate for a couple of days, man, apparently the big fish out there in Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, is due to make his return back to the ring after a long hiatus, man, about a 3-year layoff, bro. This man has been out of the ring for about at least 3.5 years, man, since 2023, bro. It's 2026. But the big fish is the big fish. Still, all this time has passed, and everybody is still hyped and anticipating what he gonna do in his return. Now, the news being reported in these boxing streets is that you all know Errol Spence ain't into taking no tune-ups, and true to his word, just like he went ahead and took that fight against PBC Will, and all of the Bud haters, you know, that teamed up and locked arms supporting him to not do so, he went against the grain, bruh, stood on business, was a real throwback fighter, and said, hey, man, I believe in my talent. I believe this dude is full, just like everybody else in the division is my division. Put it all on the line and went out there and tried to be great. And doing so, he got my fandom until he retired. I mean, if he never came back to the ring, Errol Spence Jr. will be all right with me. He's a Hall of Famer, yes. You know, no doubt about it. As far as a pound for pound great, one of the best ever, absolutely not. Not even in the conversation. But you know, Errol Spence Jr. is a throwback fighter, and you know, this is what the game needed. And what it still need apparently to this day, because boxing as of late, man, it's been washed, bro. It's been washed since Terrence Canelo, bro. It ain't been nothing really out there to get the fans really too excited. We got Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Vendora. That's supposed to be, you know, a big, you know, fight to take place, you know what I mean, in that division. Sebastian Vendora being the unified title holder up there. But ain't nobody talking about it. Everybody more focused on Errol Spence's return than anything that's taking place. Bach Ram got upset. You wouldn't even know that took place. Josh Kelly, shout out Josh Kelly. But it's a lot of moving and shaking up at the 154 division, junior middleweight division, man. And Errol Spence has now just put his name in the hat. This fight is due to take place, I believe, at 154 pounds. It makes no sense for Errol to try to make 147. Plus, there ain't really nothing out there for him. You know, ain't no work out there for him to go ahead and go down, you know, to try. Ain't no big money fights down there for him to go down there, try to make that weight and put anything on the line, man. This one, you know, his next fight has to be one of his best showcases since, you know, his early career, because, you know, it's all on the line here, man. You know, Earl got a deep fan base. They're going to ride with him regardless. But no one likes losers, man. No one likes losers, man. Promoters, man. Fans, man. No one likes losers. So, you know, you don't want that stain. I understand. Bud not taking the rematch with, Earl not taking the rematch with Terrence Bud Crawford. I believe that was a smart move career-wise. As a fan, I hated it. But understandably, you know, you gotta in the boxing game, in the boxing business, you gotta be strategic. And I think this is a good thing that Earl did, try to rest, heal, you know, 100% before just jumping into the ring. But one thing I will warn, and I will ask that, you know, Spence definitely take this warning in a serious note, that, bro, you got to get some tune-ups in before you just jump in the ring. This beast, this dog that you about to fight, man, that's being reported in Tsyzu, you know, someone who has really given all boxing fans the best of the best fights, man. This dude runs from absolutely nobody. If they the top of the top, Tsyzu have been in the ring and he's at 154 and he's been in there, win, lose, or draw, to put it on the line. And he looks good. He is looking great in every fight at 154 pounds, even the ones that he lost in devastating fashion. That one being to the now unified title holder in Sebastian Findor, losing to him twice. Also getting knocked out by Mendoza. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, not Mendoza. Sebastian Findor got knocked out by Mendoza, but also getting knocked out by Bakram, who suddenly was upset by Josh Kelly. So we know Tim, man. He has some hiccups in his career, but this man, he gets it in, man. He's got it in with everybody, man. Pretty much any name at 154, outside of Charlo, man. Tsyzu been willing to get in that ring and handle business, including Charlo. I mean, we can honestly say that Charlo ducked that. We can honestly say that Charlo he danced around that, bro. When he was undisputed, Tsyzu was coming at his head. He was busy. He had options. Same thing he was saying Terrence Bud Crawford when Bud was about to give him that ass one. But I digress. Errol Spence return is big. It's big for the game, and I'm excited about it. Also noted, man, we got to go ahead and get to the facts of it, man. The detail on, what has been taking place with Errol Spence since, that loss to Terrence Bud Crawford. We know that he'll be coming in the ring with a whole new training camp. A whole new camp, and a whole new head trainer. Now that Derrick James is not in his corner, the fallout that they had over some financial, disparities, you feel me, is sad. You look at them as a great team, and for something, so small not to be worked out, you know what I mean? It draws a lot of, extra questions. But, Errol Spence has not, made it an announcement or made it publicly known who he's going to be, training with. We do know that, we seen Frank Martin in the ring, a couple of people, out of Camp Spence, Errol Spence camp, working with Buddy McGirt, you know what I mean? Him making making his way back to the ring. Decorated trainer, you know what I mean? Maybe Errol Spence is going that route. But regardless of what trainer he has to get some tune-ups in, bro. At least one or two. Tsyzu been more active, even on in defeat, has looking great. You know what I mean? He's taking a lot of punishment, so that may work in Errol Spence's favor. Tsyzu is a sucker for an abundance of punishment. You know what I mean? And we know Errol Spence can deliver the pain. So I just want his timing to be there, man. I want him to be acclimated, to them punches, man, the speed of it, get back to, his rhythm, man, his endurance, you know what I mean? Being Errol Spence that we all, fell in love with, man, and all are fans of. So, that's why I'm going to go ahead and leave it here, man. Errol Spence is making his return back to the ring. It's exciting for boxing, man. So y'all stay tuned, man. Any other news, I will keep you updated. And this is your boy Active telling y'all, man, before getting up out of here, hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you do so, man. Also, comment, let me know your feelings on Errol Spence's return. And also, man, let me know how you feel about the content, man. How I delivered it, everything, man. Your opinion on what I can do better. All that, man. This is a family over here. This is the battalion, man. Salute to all of y'all, man. Who've been holding it down, man, who is subscribed. And y'all know the motto over here. Stay activated at all times, man. And we up out of here, man. Keep family first. Deuces.